Wait, am I on? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my
Do you support
God.
Donald Trump?
I do.
Okay. If you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
There's a lot of things that, in general, like, I've heard a lot of the arguments. I watch a lot of your stuff. Dude, I'm like shaking. I watch a lot of your stuff. And like, I completely get his like social, there's certain social stuff I completely understand. But I felt like a lot of the stuff, I felt like he was very about unity and like, us not being so divided. I really do. And I feel like a lot of like what's happening here is it's just like we're polarizing and we're very divided. I can't see the comment section anymore, also.
Okay. I would say that he definitely is not bringing the country to be more unified. I would say he divides the country more. He says that he hates his enemy. He's called us Marxist, communist, fascists that are trying to destroy the country. Radical left lunatics that are trying to destroy the country. I mean, like,
Yeah, I feel like he's I absolutely agree that his like things he says are very out there, but I will tell you like straight up why I voted for him, right? And why I trusted is because I feel like he's not all caught up in every like I think we can all agree that there is corruption on both sides, right? And so I think that like he's not benefit like he didn't have to run for president the first time. I just feel like he's trying to break all that corruption and be like, okay, here I am and I know.
I think
I'm
he's like the
sorry. I'm really
most.
nervous also, so
I
I'm
think
not
he's the.
getting my points.
Oh, you're fine. I think he's the most corrupt candidate for president in U.S. history.
Yes, but
Like
like
genuinely, like I mean, he dropped a meme
both
coin that
sides are
foreign
corrupt
governments.
though.
Okay, but can you just explain to me what Kamala Harris did that was corrupt?
I cannot. I don't have a response for that. I don't.
And you do
But I
believe that
think
there
that
are
it's
things that
like,
Donald Trump has done that is corrupt because you said both sides are corrupt. So you at least believe that there are
yeah.
some things Donald Trump has done that's corrupt. If you can't mention anything that Kamala Harris has done as corrupt, but you could mention things that Donald Trump has done that is corrupt, how could you say that you would support Donald Trump because of less corruption?
Oh, because that's what I'm saying is that I feel like he's very straight. Like he says what's on his mind. He's very straightforward. He doesn't care about like the public opinion, clearly. And so I feel like I trust that is, it's asking why I voted for him. That's why. Like I felt like
because he's like because he like speaks his mind.
yes, like where I
Uh,
just feel like I never really know what to
But
believe.
like, don't you want like a president who at times is going to be like more introspective and not say just like the first thing that's on his mind? Because when you speak as the president, your words have such power that they can literally move nations.
yeah, like for example, we'll give
Mhm,
explicit examples. He brought up using
mhm.
nukes to fight hurricanes. He brought up using disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. Right? He's talked about saying that Tylenol
Yeah, the
causes
stuff he says
autism when
is
used during
wild.
pregnancy, when there's actually no evidence of that. When there's actually a Swedish study that
Mhm.
indicated that after that specifically Tylenol usage during pregnancy has no association with autism after taking into account siblings and genetics.
Yeah, the statements that he makes, whether or not, like, yes, I think most of the time he's joking, not that that's makes it okay. I'm like, he's very out there. He's very opinionated. He's very, I'm not like, I can see absolutely where, like, your side is, but I'm just saying, like, that I feel like it was almost a refreshing thing because so many people in politics, not just like the president, whoever's running. I just think that there is a lot of like weird stuff going on. And so and just kind of like if you always are speaking correctly and it seems like it's very
Can
like
I point something
staged.
out to you? Just like just a
Sure,
simple question.
sure. Yeah.
Joe Biden. was known since the 70s, since he became like a U.S. senator, for saying the wrong thing because he would just say what's on his mind, and he got in trouble often because he would just say stuff and then he had to walk it back because he said what was on his mind, right?
Well, I
But
like that he did
but
that. Like,
but
I
okay,
like
so you like that he did that, right? But why is it simply that someone speaks their mind,
that.
but if
Mhm.
they're but let's say that person has bad policy and is a bad person, but they speak their mind. That doesn't make them like a just like a good leader,
Sure, sure.
right? We
Yeah, yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
say that
Yeah.
someone that has a terrible policy just because they say it and they like hold their chest out doesn't mean that like that's a good thing for them to like be in power.
I completely agree. I have a response to that really quick. Is it normal that like I can't see anything except I can't see any comments happening. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
Sometimes
you
that
may
normal.
have
happens
turned off your.
if you turn them off.
Oh, okay. Um no, but I completely hear you. Yes, I do agree with like as a whole of a lot of what he's done and wants to do. I like you guys I've heard Parker you say, that the tariffs um will, cause more middle class, lower class prices to go up or them having to pay more taxes and this and that. I haven't seen that happen like personally yet. What I have seen personally, and I would say I'm middle class, middle, yeah, middle. I've it's tough. You go to the grocery store, you can't afford anything, like,
Wait,
but that's
That's
been for
tariffs.
wait, that's you
years.
just showed how prices have gone up because of the
But
tariffs.
that's been no, I'm saying that's been for
No, no,
No,
years.
no,
but that has been
not
made worse because of Donald Trump.
yeah.
It would be significantly better right now if not Donald Trump, right? If he wasn't in office, because of the fact that he's imposed tariffs and put us in a worse
Mhm.
position because it's put us back up on a trend up of in terms of inflation.
You think that like that genuinely is why? Like you don't like
Yes, we have data that shows it. Like no one disputes now that the price increases since about April, Mayish, right? Are because of the tariffs. Because you can plot the graph from when the from when he first imposes the tariffs to when the price is starting going up, and it's a clear cut like straight line, right? And you can go and compare it, and the
Mhm.
people who are like actually doing the importing, the people who are selling it to you will straight up tell you, yeah, that's because of the tariffs.
Are we talking so I guess when you're talking about prices going up, are we talking about groceries? Are we talking about
Many things. It can be groceries. It can be like non-perishables. It can be basically anything that is like imported or even
okay.
the base supplies that like make those things.
Wasn't but I believe one of the things that he wanted to do was for us to produce our own, have our own factories, produce our own goods so that we're not relying so much also.
Yeah, no, no, but like some things we can't produce here. Things like
Yeah, for
coffee,
sure.
right?
For sure.
Things like coffee. We can't grow coffee here. It's not possible. But yet we have a huge tariff on coffee, right? That makes no sense. There
So
are
has coffee
certain
gone up? I don't
yes,
know.
yes,
Okay.
by like 30%.
I'm just saying I haven't been able to like afford a Honeycrisp apple for like 3 years. So I don't know what's going on there, but that I feel like things have been inflated for some time,
But Trump's making it
and
But
not
worse.
yeah, because Donald Trump ran on the idea of lowering prices. Simply based on that metric,
yeah,
right? He has
yeah.
failed. Like like so far, right?
Well,
He has
doesn't
failed
it
on that
take
metric.
some time for like
No, because we know what is causing the price increases. We know that tariffs cause
mm,
price increases of this magnitude, and he's not going to lay off it. And it's impossible for people to start up and start making the things here at home in like 2 or 3 years. It's just not possible. So he's playing the long game, like and like theoretically, and so your prices are not going to go down anytime soon. They'll just continue to go up because he keeps putting more and more tariffs on.
yeah, no, like if that so I've kind of been giving it time to see, it's like, okay, I trust what he says. I want to see what happens. I if what it like yes, if in, a
You trust what he
year from
says. He's a
his
liar, though. Why do you trust a liar?
I'm not talking what are you saying he lies about?
Well, he lied about decreasing prices because tariffs increase prices. He said that the foreign countries are the ones that pay the tariff, which is clearly not true. It's paid by the American importer that's importing the business or importing the goods,
Mhm.
right? And they pass it down to the American consumer. He lies. He lied about the
Like,
2020 election results, right? He
okay,
lied about
that's
his
like, I
affiliations with
feel
Project
like we could
2025.
say that on both. Like, everyone's always
We didn't say
accusing the
that we
other
won.
side of like,
We didn't say we
of
won in 2024.
no, I'm saying there's, and this is kind of my point, is like both sides have always said, when someone wins or voting elect, that there was something skewed or like that happened
No, we don't. We
when
don't
Not
he
on
always
that
say
won.
that.
scale. Not on that scale.
Yeah,
Not
Trump
on
is
that
Trump.
scale.
Yeah, we never specifically tried to overthrow the election. I mean, he sent false slates of electors to electoral college to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election.
Yeah.
Are,
No president
are
has
you
ever
like,
called.
I don't know. I feel like that's definitely something that's said, but I don't think that you can like 100% say like that that happened.
We
It
have court
did.
cases.
We have court
They admitted
cases.
to
Yeah,
it
yes,
in court
court
cases.
cases, absolutely. A lot of people were, coming at him from all angles.
No, no,
Like,
no,
No,
no.
no,
Like
no, 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 no,
they
no,
admitted
no.
it in court.
Yeah.
They literally said that
He
he just had immunity for it.
Yeah, he asked Republicans in states like Arizona
oh,
to
isn't that
send.
what isn't that what everything is when you're running? You're trying to gain people
No, 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 no,
like,
no. No. So when people vote, right,
mhm,
whoever wins the state, their
yeah,
electors go to the person that won,
right.
right? He
Yep.
wanted, because Joe Biden won Arizona, as an example, he wanted his party to give what's known as alternate electors in order to send to Congress to vote for him. And what they did is they forged documents saying that he was the rightful um, actual winner, and that is fraud, and that is like fraud
Yeah,
on the
absolute.
country. And that was found in Georgia, in Arizona, in like Michigan, all the states that Joe Biden won. He tried to persuade Republicans to lie about what they were doing, not even to mention the fact that he got directly involved by doing something that no other president has done. He called a Georgia official and asked him
Mhm.
to find votes that do not exist so that he could win the state.
I, s-
Think about that.
yeah, no, if I guess it's like anything that goes to court or that you're accusing somebody of, like, you can never know 100% that, that is what happened. I don't know. Like, I
No,
don't.
no, okay, no. We do know that it happened 100%. One, because we have him on tape saying it. We have court documents. We have people that have been found guilty. We have all the evidence to show that it happened. We have the documents themselves. These are things are not in like big dispute. Like no one disputes these things.
So would those, okay, so would those, let's take those out of the equation. Are you saying like he would have lost
What?
the
He did lose.
election? Are you saying he would have lost the election? Like if
He did lose the
the
election.
hmm?
He did lose the election.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about Trump. Sorry.
Yeah, Trump lost in 2020.
Oh, you're saying that last election that he
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
Okay.
the one where he tried to, like overthrow the government in like
Yeah.
multiple different ways.
He also called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. And since he's become president here in 2025, he's not only pardoned violent rioters, police officers, and called them patriots, but he's also specifically undermined multiple of our constitutionally protected rights.
I, in what way? In,
Yeah,
I know
so
I'm gonna walk into a trap here, but in what
no,
way?
it's not a trap. It's just me explaining. So, like in terms of this, for the First Amendment, he's passed an executive order that we should put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which has been determined by the Supreme Court to be protected by the First Amendment because it's symbolic speech.
Sure.
That's
Uh,
one example.
can I make
Second,
one comment on
go ahead.
that? So I think like that's part of what I mean by I feel like he's trying to unify it. Like, why are we not all unifying together, and why are we burning the American flag? Like,
No
that's
one is saying that you have
wild.
no one's saying is that you have to like it. We're saying that you have to permit it because the Constitution says so.
Yeah, it's a freedom ingrained by
I
the
guess where
Constitution.
does that end then? Like,
Well, it's free
what's the
speech.
bar?
Yeah, it's symbolic
Like,
speech. Like you
SCOTUS has
can.
given us the line.
Yeah, that's they identified that. They identified that this is an identification of symbolic speech.
hmm yeah, I feel like that's his way of being like that he's wants us to be one united America. That's what
You
he
don't
has
do
said.
that by taking away a
Saying
right.
don't burn the flag.
No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
yeah. You
He
don't
could
do
say
that.
that.
He can say
He could
that. He
say
can
don't burn the
say
bag,
you
but that's not
shouldn't
what he's
do
doing.
this. That's different from
Yeah.
saying that people should be put in prison for doing so.
Has anyone been put in prison for doing that?
There's a case I think going forward where someone was like arrested for it, and it's like in court. I don't know where it's at right now, but the reason why they haven't like outright just like arrested anybody is because they know that to simply just arrest somebody would be blatantly unconstitutional. So they're trying to like work around it.
Yeah. I think I completely agree with that, but I think that that kind of goes back to the point I was saying earlier. Like, I know that he's very out there with this things that he says, uh, but has any, and absolutely, if those things were happening left and right, for sure. But I think a lot of it is just speculation of what is to come.
But no. He signed an
No.
order saying that he was
Yeah,
going
like
to
he already
do
did
this.
this.
The order itself is the
No,
problem.
yeah. But has that been like put forth? So you're saying there
It
is
doesn't matter
a
when I've been forward. He's directly challenging a
hmm,
constitutional right. That's an issue because it's there, and if anybody does it, like if I go outside to like burn a flag I bought that is my property, and I want to burn it, right?
hmm,
I can be arrested for that. That is wrong, right?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
agree. I just also think like burning the flag, like for me
you can
personally, that's
that's
so
fine. That's
off-putting.
fine.
Like,
There are many forms of speech that I don't like, right? I don't like the
do
fact
you guys like? Does that bother you? Is it
I
just the fact that
I
it's the
wouldn't burn the
right,
flag personally. Personally, I would not burn the flag, right? But
Parker?
I'm not going to judge somebody who like does want to burn the flag because that's their right to do it, right? That's their right.
Correct. Correct. You can pretty much, yes. You can, yes, but it should be very frowned upon. And I feel like that's kind of his,
Again, that's different than it being illegal. We were pointing on the fact that it's illegal.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, like
Yeah.
that's what
And an
Donald Trump's
actual
trying to do. That's a
president
violation of the amendment.
who was like a
Yeah, I hear
person
you.
who's a unifier, he would go to the bully pulpit, not make an order, but he would say, I do not like flag burning. I think it's wrong. I think no American should do it. However, it is a constitutional right, and we as Americans, we uphold the Constitution above all else. And because that's a right, we will defend your right, even when I disagree with it. That's unifying because it's saying I
Sure.
disagree with you, but I will still defend your right to do it because that's what makes us like one people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that he's very intense in his decision making and the things that he says. I do. But I do feel like in my core that he is coming from a good place with it. I do. Like,
Really? Why do you think
that's
that?
it kind of goes back to he has not ever done anything that he's not said. Like, he's very straightforward in what he
What
wants to
he
do,
has
and
done
everything that
lots of
he
things that he
said.
hasn't said. Like
Yeah, I
he
don't know
changes his
everything
position
he
on things all the
said.
time. He
Oh,
changes his
really?
positions on things all the time. He constantly is all over the place. He doesn't say he does things all the time, yet he does them. I mean, I can give you examples. I mean, also like just in general, like I don't think any of these are like reasons why you'd support Trump. Do you have like a policy of Trump's that you like?
I just feel like that's yes. There's a lot of things that were talked about with previous people that I wanted to say things, but I feel like I'm gonna get in deep. I don't know, but yes, there are absolutely. So the drugs coming to the US, you were comparing that to alcohol. Like, some of the drugs that are coming in, you're saying they didn't know for sure on the boat. that was coming.
I was comparing like to alcohol. Yeah.